Hey guys, Steve here, Fanatic Perspective. Just finished watching the end of the Warriors Lakers game, but the big story obviously is the jersey ceremony for Kobe Bryant getting the number 8 and the number 24 hung in the rafters. So I just wanted to give my thoughts overall for it was a wonderful evening to be very honest with you, and just my overall thoughts on Kobe in general. I mean, I grew up. I've always been a San Antonio Spurs fan. I consider myself a diehard San Antonio Spurs fan. So, looking at all of this from that perspective, it was incredibly humbling. It was incredibly well done. I could feel the emotion through the TV. Kobe was uh, very uplifting in in the speech that he gave. It was very brief, but had an opportunity to talk a lot about his family and those he admired and idolized, as he and respected as in terms of the Lakers organization and even others growing up and playing basketball. And the biggest thing, guys, for me was just like you see how much he loves the game and appreciates it, and still to this day a student of the game. And I just have to tip my hat and say thank you to Kobe uh, for a wonderful NBA career. I hated seeing the Spurs play against you, loved rooting against you, but all of that was from a position of respect. Um, you were one of the most fearless competitors I've ever seen in my lifetime of sports. And this is not the video to get into comparison of who's better than who. I think we focus on that too much and we lose appreciation for how great individuals were and just focusing on that particular individual. And when you look at Kobe's career, I mean, Kobe's one of to me, he was the last of the old guard, like of those guys that are just hyper competitive, not there to be friends, not there to be buddy buddy and go to happy hours and clubs with guys. Like he was there to compete every single day, whether it's practice, shoot around, whatever. And it showed for better or for worse throughout his whole career. And you don't see guys with that mentality in the league anymore. This era has changed, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just different. LeBron and the social media era and the era of teaming up with guys and all that. Again, not bad, but it's just different. And Kobe was the last of the old guard where I got to do it my way. The only person that really see like that right now that has that in him is Kyrie, and obviously Kyrie is being mentored by Kobe. But Kobe is just going back to when I was growing up. I'm 29 years old, so when he came in the league, I was probably like fourth grade. But I remember even those when he was coming off the bench, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Axel, Shaq had just gotten there, and how much buzz was around him. Even as a rookie, and then even going into that next year where he was in the running for six man, made a All Star game, and he was averaging like 15 points, but he was like 18, 19 years old coming off the bench, going head up with Jordan. Everybody was talking about that, and he did everything he possibly could to try to live up to that expectation. And he actually touched on expectation today when he was talking about working on his conditioning and all the things he would do behind the scenes. Those expectations that people talked about, he allowed that to fuel him. He didn't run away from it. So that those things, again, as somebody who rooted against him constantly, I was in my mind it was always Tim Duncan versus Kobe, and I was always the Duncan guy. But man, I also give a lot of credit to the Lakers organization. This whole thing has been done beautifully. How they've taken care of him. The ceremony was beautiful. The game was good. I mean, they went to overtime, and I think it has a lot to do with Magic Johnson being back in the organization. That Jeannie Buss was very emotional, and you saw all the stars and the players that he played with come out. Like even the scrubs, like DJ Benga was out there, and Slava Medvedenko, and all these guys to even other rivals like. man, I was blown away like to see Allen Iverson out there showing love, and then even Shaquille O'Neal coming down. Everybody was there to show Kobe support because of respect. He's not even friends with a lot of these guys, but it wasn't ever about that with Kobe. It was about the competitor and the dog in him, the Mamba in him, and as fellow competitors, you have to respect that and show love. And he's at this point now in his life where basketball was his craft, and now that he's stepping away, he can build and cultivate those relationships with guys who were once considered his peers or his teammates. But it was really neat to see that the Lakers team out there, Luke Walton out there, and everybody exchanging kind words with him, and it was really cool to see. Really, really cool to see. I'm not going to hate as a Spurs fan. The league needs the Lakers. I recognize that. In the NFL as a Cowboys, that you need these bigger brands and these markets to thrive and have these type of moments, but also be passing the torch to the next guy. That's why they need Lonzo to be good. They need these young guys to develop. They need a star to get there. It helps the whole league. It helps the global brand. And I was fortunate to grow up where the Lakers were pretty much always good, going neck and neck with my Spurs. And I'm fortunate for that. I'll tell my kids about those matchups one day, about the back and forth, and we got a championship first out of that Kobe Shaq, before the Kobe Shaq era, and then they whooped our ass for 3 years, and then we came back and beat them in after the Derek Fisher thing and all, just the back and forth. And it's just like, I really do appreciate them getting their stuff together, and I think with Magic there, they talked about him potentially having a statue. Obviously, he deserves it. 20 years of service, top 2-3 Laker of all time, no question about it. I think they should put both jersey numbers on the statue. Probably have an 8 on the front, 24 on the back, something like that would be my take. And then there's been a lot of conversation today about, who would you rather take, 8 or 24? Me personally, I would take 24 all day. 24 was the catalyst behind 2 championships for the Finals MVPs, the wars with Boston, and obviously the stuff, anything post Achilles, I don't even really count it against them, to be honest with you. Just like with Duncan, once his knee was gone, or Jordan on the Wizards, we got to cut it off somewhere. So the Achilles stuff, I don't really count that. 24, though, I think of the Boston Wars, like I said, going against KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce and all that, and showing that he could be a leader, and going back to back. 8 had 81 and did all the was more of a ferocious dunker and all that type of stuff, but 24 was to me was where Kobe solidified his legacy. So just wanted to make my quick video and share my thoughts on that. Thank you, Kobe. As an NBA fan, as a fan of basketball, I appreciate everything you've given to the game, blood, sweat, and tears. And best of luck to you, sir. Best of luck to your family moving forward into the next chapter of your life. Thank you.